Stay informed and spot trends using Tracker's report options. The search page, also known as the query page, is a section where you can run reports. Any fields configured in the workgroup will be displayed for running a report on the fly. Select the criteria that you want to use, such as all records with the keyword post, or all records reported against certain products, or records that were reported within a certain period of time. Once you've selected all the desired criteria, click on the Run Query button to return the results. When the results are displayed, the status bar lists the total number of records that matched your search. You can enter keywords to refine the search results. You can search within particular fields and can select a search method. You can also apply a filter to date, floating point, and integer fields. You can print out the results or export them to a standard text format for use in Excel or other applications. You can also edit this set of results if desired. For example, you may want to reassign these records to a particular user. Instead of editing each individual record to reassign them, you can use the Edit Records operation to reassign all of them at once. Use of this operation is tied to a user group privilege, as it can make big changes to your database. You can view, task, edit, or view discussions for records directly from the results. You can also resort the results based on a particular field. If you run some reports frequently, you'll want to save them instead of building them each time. Saved queries can be created for personal use, meaning they're reports that only you can see, or you can save queries for groups. You'll notice that all of these reports have users or managers listed at the end of the name. You can select a saved query and click Run to see the results. There's also an advanced query feature. In advanced queries, you can use operators like and, or, and not as part of the criteria. You can also find records where a date field or a text field is empty. You can use parentheses to add sophisticated query criteria. Report layouts determine which fields will be displayed as columns in the query results. A report layout can be selected when running a report on the fly, and you can pick a layout when creating a saved query. You'll notice that the selection in the Report Layouts field will change to pick the corresponding layout when you select a saved query. Click Add to add a new report layout, or Edit to modify an existing one. For each column, select the field that should be displayed as part of the query results. Saved queries can be displayed on the home page. These reports can give you a quick summary of what's important to you when you log into Tracker. You can customize which reports are displayed when you log in. Choose up to 3 reports that will be displayed on your home page when you log in. You can create charts and graphs in the Metrics page. Just like on the Query page, you can save charts for personal use or for groups. You can also save chart layouts that determine the look of the chart, for example, whether the chart is a pie, bar, or line chart, or a table. Let's run a pie chart, which breaks down all of the issues by their current state. We can also run the same report as a table instead. You can also use any of your saved queries as a filter when you run a chart. For example, if we run the same pie chart we just saw, but only want to include issues with priority 1 or 2, only the results that match the saved query are included in the chart data. Choose what you want to calculate in a chart. You can get counts such as how many records matched a saved query, how many records were added, and how many records moved through a workflow step. Or you can get stats like average, total, minimum, or maximum on floating point or integer fields. You can also do these calculations on time. A popular calculation is the average time from the date an issue is reported to the date it's fixed. You can also do separate calculations for each value in a pull-down. For example, find out how many records were added for each product. Or you can get a calculation for each user in a group. This chart shows how many issues were fixed by each developer. You can also get calculations at different points in time, for instance, as of the end of each day for the last 2 weeks or for a specific date range you can select. This chart shows how many records were added each day in a week. You can break down the calculations further using the options in the last section. This chart is broken down to show the data for each request type. Trackers reports allow you to dive into your data to help you stay on top of important issues and analyze performance.